We are the thunder. We are the lightning. We were his first, but now amongst the last. We lived too long, and now we wish to die. The only death that matters, the honored death.
The Thunder Warriors were a military division of the nation's Imperium during the Wars of Unification. Created to conquer the fulcrum of humanity during the Age of Strife, these hulking barbarians enacted carnage unremembered to bring order under the banners of the Master of Mankind. 20 Thunder regiments raised up to contest the horrors rife across old Earth. To combat such a feral rabble of humanity's detritus, nothing short of a mob of cruel monsters would be required to snuff out the barbarity of Terra. Emerging during the late 29th millennium as the Emperor laid claim to myriad regions of ancient Earth, accepting the deaths of untold innocents should union be achieved. Their deaths a necessary evil when compared to the predations of the Warp and Xenos threats. Week-long battles reaping a toll of millions of deaths, which ravaged entire continents in their scale. Imperial historians redacting the most devastating battles from humanity's collective history so as not to despoil the victories gained by the Emperor. Waging war against techno-barbarians, gene-tampered hordes, and technological abominations. At the behest of the Emperor's golden host, these gargantuan brutes laid waste to ragtag militias using weapons commensurate with their savagery. Overthrowing tyrants of ancient Earth such as Narfan Dûm and Callaghan of Ursh, as each warlord pledged their fealty to the Master of Mankind or were slain for their denial. Slowly, humanity began to embrace civil administration and the use of forgotten knowledge. Clad in Mark I Thunder power armor, acting as a prototype for the Angels of Death which would follow in their wake. These comparatively simple suits of power armor, based on improved designs used by their foes, though incapable of protecting its wearer from the void nor hazardous environments, left a grim impression on those who attempted to pierce its hide. Power assisting only the upper torso of each warrior, constrained as they were without the tech savvy of the Mechanicum of Mars. These typically bronze panoplies, emblazoned with the Raptor Imperialis, bore no standard design due to their festooning of additional parts. Enhancing the warrior's strength using energy cables fitted beneath its plating. Though some Thunder warriors bore greaves and armored boots, most relied on bands of simple levers and ramshackle parts to complete these crude uniforms. Initially armed with las rifles until the creation of the original design of bolt guns, these simple weapons have endured the test of millennia due to the need of the Emperor to create powerful yet easy to maintain weapons of annihilation. Organized into 20 legions, each commanded by a Primarch. Though not of the genetic heritage of the Master of Mankind, these commanders were promoted personally by their liege by virtue of their proven skill in battle. Records pertaining to the 4th Thunder Legion, the Iron Lords, causing speculation that each mirrored the Astartes legions which would follow. Though it is conceivable that such Thunder Legions would serve as means testing for the Angels of Death's armies, none will ever know the true extent of their combat doctrines. Imbued with genetic engineering techniques, which would form the template for future innovations of organ and gene seed implantations, though far inferior to the methods used to create the Emperor's companions, such super soldiers would tower over their firstborn successors. Crafted from seized bunkers of armored vaults, containing gene looms and auto-surgical chambers created during the Dark Age of technology. In an age of viral warfare, tyrannical pogroms, and mutated abominations, such unabashed dogs of war were required to sunder such horrors. Capable of combating multiple Astartes at once, and even custodians, should their strength prove a counter to the Golden Brotherhood's finesse. These highly resilient combatants proved effective fighting warp-corrupted sorcerers during the Wars of Unification, causing psychic attackers to endure immense pain for attempting to sunder them with witchcraft. Practically unbeatable in close-quarters combat due to their already impressive strength being bolstered by their power armor. Their vice-like grips crushed even armored opponents, with a kick of a leg capable of shattering bones even without servo assistance. Their skeletal integrity exceeding that even of Space Marine physiology. Their accelerated reflexes allowed for superhuman feats of agility even without the implementation of added power to their lower limbs. Such boons of physical prowess countered by genetic instabilities, whether seeing hallucinations, surrendering to fits of bloodlust, or an array of mental health issues. The suffering of the Thunder Warriors was intentionally implemented by the Master of Mankind. Deeply emotionally unstable, often masking their insecurities with gallows humor. No matter the victories achieved by these doomed soldiers, a mere few years following their ascension, their own metabolisms began to break down, causing ruin to their bodies. the Emperor's gene rights of the Biotechnical Division, implementing a failsafe to ensure such unstable warriors would easily be culled, with the creation of the true Primarchs and Legiones Astartes. In turn, the Thunder Warriors prototypes had outlived their usefulness, initially utilizing the Thunder Warriors' arsenal of armor and weapons until more refined Ceramite warsuits could be developed, though many believed such Angels of Death to be a myth constructed by the paranoia of unification. In time, 20 divisions of hundreds of such Astartes took to the field. The Battle of Mount Ararat, regarded as the final doom of the Thunder Legions. This falsified record of their fall, composed during 669.M30 within the Kingdom of Urartu, glorified the final stand of the legendary warrior, Arik Daranis, the Lightning Bearer. Said to hold aloft the banner of lightning, proclaiming him to be the absolute ruler of mankind before succumbing to grievous wounds. In truth, this soldier survived the purge of his legion by the Emperor's angels. Clad all in grey, dark as the clouds of a storm, and branded all as one, the nascent Astartes rallied at 10,000 men in strength, put pasture to their antecessor, securing their master's legend as the sole unifier of terror, having cleansed the throne world of unenlightened beasts. Unerring discipline supplanting overwhelming strength, the Wolves of Amar Astarte assisted in the purge of the Bears of Unification, with only scattered individuals surviving the massacre of the Thunder Legions. The throne world of terror, though secured with the Hammer of Thunder, now would require proverbial scalpels to secure the stars, the usefulness of savagery no longer in line with the Imperial Truth's ideals of a peaceful reign of godless supremacy. The Legio Custodes hunting down all remaining Thunder Warriors, failing to cull only a selection of individuals who slipped through their grasp. With no hope of sustaining a life beyond warfare, such souls now posed a risk to upset the peace of terror. The first of the 1,000, Constantin Valdor, leading several thousand Astartes of the First Legion to lay low the remnants of the fourth Primarch of the Iron Lords, Ushotan. These obsolete soldiers proved no match for the Space Marines' coordinated attacks. Attempting to enact a coup of the Imperial Palace, orchestrated by Grand Provost Marshal Uwoma Kandawire, claims of the Captain General's enacting of war crimes against the Thunder Legion would not be heard, as those who fled the battle were mercilessly hunted by the First Legion. Other survivors, such as the followers of Daitar, slain by the Warhound's 12th Legion of Astartes during the Cerberus insurrection. Those who survived were condemned to brief lives amongst the underhives of terror, eking out scraps to sustain their failing bodies. The Emperor turning his attentions to the needs of the Great Crusade, allowing what remained of the Thunder Warriors to slowly dwindle in time. No plaudits nor battle honors would stand to mark the sacrifices of the Thunder Legion in this age of Imperium. Believed to have been utterly expunged from the galaxy, now with millennia past and seemingly no means to breed nor cure their gene flaws. Some believe that one day, the Space Marines shall likewise suffer such an ignominious fate, when an end to war by extinction or salvation is achieved.